Hello and welcome to another Bad Comic Review. This time we're looking at The Silencer, issue 5. This is written by Dan Abnett with art by Victor Bogdanovich, Mike Spicer on colors, Tom Napolitano on letters, John Romita Jr., Sandra Hope, and Dean White did the cover. Now I like the cover because it does imply some action, and that's of course what this book is about. Now we start off with Deathstroke and The Silencer having a, shall we say, a conversation. And they're fighting the whole time too. It's really well done, actually. It's very action-oriented. Guns are pointed at each other. He's trying to explain to her that what's going on is actually her fault. There's no getting out of being in the underlife, and that her actions from last issue, from that flashback issue, are actually what set this whole thing in motion. And he offers her a solution, and she decides really not to listen to him. He gives her some advice, and she's mulling it over as she goes home. She calls Talia, says she's got some information, and Talia's like, well, I'll consider meeting with you. Then while Honor's husband is off on a business trip, she's taking her kid to get ice cream, and guess who decides to join them? Talia. And you remember that scene in issue 1 right at the beginning where Silencer was all geared up for action and arguing with someone? Guess what? We just came full circle. So a bunch of assassins are attacking the diner, and Talia and Silencer's kid are caught in the crossfire, and probably a few other people too. Yeah, there's a bunch of other people pictured being here. So yeah, this looks like this is not going to go well. There's at least a dozen intruders from the look of it, and we were left with a cliffhanger ending. It was a fantastic issue. Some of the art is a little annoying, but most of it's pretty good. I just wish people would learn how to draw faces, because it looks like Talia either has a giant mouth or a real tiny face on a giant head. So I can't tell which, because it changes by scene. Otherwise, not bad. The art was acceptable, not the greatest, but I was okay with it for my $3. And it was definitely worth $3 to pick up. I really like this series so far. It's easily one of my top 2 out of the New Age of Heroes. I keep going back and forth with this and the Terrifics because both continue to be really consistently good. If you like action stuff, you're really gonna like The Silencer. This issue really isn't a great introduction. You could kind of get by, and it does recap everything fairly well, but I really recommend getting all 5 issues if you can and reading it straight through. But I think if you start with this one, you'll have enough to go on to kind of see what's going on and then pick up the other issues later. This storyline is obviously going to wrap up soon, and I highly recommend getting it. I'm sure they'll reprint it in trade paperback as well. The Silencer is definitely a solid. I put it on my pull list, and I would recommend at least checking it out to see what you think. If you like action, this has lots of it. But that'll do it for me. As always, thank you so much for listening and supporting the channel. If you like the video, hit like. If you like what we're doing here, please consider subscribing. We hope to see you on the next one.